ICE is taking over LA, and Chinese migrants is getting caught up. Check it out.
New video shows a woman apparently detained and taken away by ICE. This happened, here it is, over the weekend. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf, he's live downtown outside the ICE detention building after speaking with that woman who caught it all on camera. Matthew.
Yeah, that neighbor tells us that the woman who was apprehended was brought to this ICE building here behind me. This as we start seeing more arrests like this across our area.
These people are asking her for her identification and asking her if she's from Mexico.
New video of federal agents making a possible immigration apprehension this week outside Los Angeles.
She was on her way to work and they just proceeded to take her out of the car and take her. ICE is in Pomona, you guys.
This taken Monday morning outside Diana Delgado's.
Hey, do y'all think that when y'all jump on an application and then you say, hey guys, they're over here to go, do y'all think that that's going to do anything? Like that's going to change something? You do realize that the majority of the people that's in your algorithm, they not even where you from. What you think that the ICE agents is going to say, oh no, they posted me on social media. We got to find another place to go to. No, you still got to go to work. You could take the back streets. You could take the front streets. You could take the middle streets. You know, we had this thing, and maybe it's just where I'm from, but you guys can substantiate it yourself. That when you was riding dirty, and riding dirty don't mean drugs. It could mean you could be riding on a suspended license, whatever, right? But when you're riding dirty and you're trying to avoid the police, a lot of times what you would do is you would take side streets. Now, it would take you a lot longer to get to your destination, but you tend to stay off of 7 Mile, 8 Mile, Woodward, Livernois, Grand River, John R., all of those places, right? And that's over here in Detroit, but basically you stay off the main streets. Because when you riding by, for some reason, no matter how good you do tend to on the wheel, no matter whether or not you're using your blinker, for some reason, they always can spot you. I don't know if it's because your seatbelt is too tight or what. But no matter what, on main streets, you always got pulled over. Always got pulled over. So you just try to blend in. You never try to beat the pack. You never speed. You stay right behind it. But it always seemed when there was a cop in the rear view, they just went out their way to come and get you. You still got to go to work. They say that all of the migrants is hiding, that they not showing up at their food and beverage jobs, or they not showing up at whatever it is that they do for a living. You know, you can't hide forever. Eventually, they gonna see you. You can't hide. Eventually, they're going to see you. One day, you just gonna have to pay the piper. And you thought that you was hiding, and you going straight to Mexico. No pass go, no community chest, no chance, no BNO railroad, no none of that. You going straight. You're not even going to jail. You going straight to Mexico. You gone. You ain't got no rights. You can look at as many YouTube videos as you want where they say, stand up for your rights. You don't have to give them identification. Don't give them identification if you want to. See, that work in whatever county, Alpena County or whatever county that y'all from, that may work there when you got your camera phone. Where I'm from, it's a little different. Oh, you don't want to get your license? Hey, Jay, that's exactly how I go. Hey, Jay. Hey, he said he don't want to give us, he said he don't want to show us no identification. Yeah. Hey, man, why y'all surrounding my car? No, you want it to be tough. No, all right, here's my license. No, we don't want it now. If we want your license, we gonna get it off of you. You keep your license. See, where I'm from, insubordination is met with resistance. It's a little different. We believed in stop and frisk where I'm from. We had a group of guys called Gang Squad. Anybody from Detroit, anybody that came from the 80s, anybody that's watching this, you know what? If you hear the name Gang Squad, woo, busting heads, taking names. Only way you can get out of a confrontation with Gang Squad is if you had you had a stack on you. Because they may take that as payment and let you live to breathe another day. You knew what streets you wasn't supposed to be. Gang squad is coming. Yeah, no. All of this extra George Floyd stuff, and I know my rights, and I'm going to put it on TikTok. I got you. Yeah, you going to put it on TikTok? Okay, yeah. They look at your ID, look at what your address is. Okay, no worries. We'll see you later. You think they ain't going to pay you a visit? You think that that's the end of the conversation? Okay. No. Have a nice day, ma'am. You too. Yeah. See, all of this extra know your rights. We passing out pamphlets. Don't open the door. I don't know where I was like, ooh, this is a new thing. So we can get away with crime out here today? Because it's different. It's different from where I'm from. Oh, you don't want to, oh, I'm sorry. You what? What you not gonna do? Yeah, no, I heard you. No, we heard you. Hey, Jay, you hear him? He said he wasn't going to do it. I got you. Okay. All right. Lonzo on training day was a real thing for every officer that we ran into in Detroit. You was going to do what you was supposed to do, big dog.
Home in Pomona.
Shout out to
The first
sister.
thing
I'm
I
going to read
heard
that
was,
shortly.
what part of Mexico are you from? But
Playback room said, wait, so they violate people's rights? Where you from? What rights? What you talking about? Oh, y'all them Gen Zers. You must be from Gen Z. You a Gen Zer? Okay, I got you. You know what it is. Gang Squad was notorious. Look them up.
very aggressively in Spanish. And I knew something was wrong, so I proceeded to record.
What is she doing? Heading to work? What is she bothering you guys? Is she doing something dangerous?
A woman taken away by law enforcement. The city posting this to Facebook saying these aren't their police officers.
Does your neighbor have a violent history? Is she wanted for anything?
No, so I was able to speak to the daughter. She did confirm, her mom has no criminal background. The family confirmed they were looking for someone else. And then after that, they proceeded to ask her what part of Mexico she was from.
We need more deportations, a lot more deportations, and that's what we're working on.
The DEA Los Angeles office sharing these images of their agents last week working side by side with Homeland Security to enforce immigration laws. ICE also taking these pictures of recent arrests, including a Colombian national convicted of extortion, kidnapping, and trafficking, along with this foreign fugitive from El Salvador wanted for homicide.
Cars that are surveilling us?
A group in Riverside County posting this video publicly to Facebook on guard, calling on volunteers to watch.
Y'all still be using Facebook. I got you.
For ICE and Border Patrol agents in Home Depot parking.
Ooh, you gonna get a lot of them. Listen, I know that Trump said that they was ramping up deportations and we needed to meet a quota. Tom Homan was out here in these streets. If you want it, they not at Lowe's. Lowe's is slightly higher end than they want to be at. They not at Ace Hardware. They not at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. They not there. They at Home Depot. The Dep. They at the Dep-O. They hanging out at Home Depot. Walk. They hanging out at Home Depot. They all in the aisles. They outside. They got their tool bag. If you want to go and get you some illegal people, half the time they be hanging out. That's the spot. The taqueria and Home Depot. All right?
Lots saying we need support with ICE Border Patrol watch shifts. You will be trained.
The day before that incident, they did the Home Depot around the block. They did the same thing there, and it's just really sad.
So we've reached out to the DEA as well as the local ICE office for an interview, or as well as possible ride-alongs, and so far those requests have been denied.
Yep, all of the we call them grapist vans. They the white vans with no windows, the Meccano lines. It's a whole lot of the Meccano lines out there. Shout out to GM. GM made a hell of a lot of Econo. What is it? The Ford Econo lines? It's the Ford Econo lines, right? Ford made a hell of a lot of Econo lines out here in these streets. Anyways, on the flip side, I heard that they arrested a whole lot of Chinese migrants down there in Florida also.
All right, when we talk about illegal immigration, a lot of people assume all those illegal immigrants are from Latin America, but that's not the case. Illegal immigrants are actually from all over the world, including China. Encounters with Chinese nationals coming here illegally
So y'all
grew
thought
by
that they was
5
only going for the Guatemalans? With the Guatemala. What's my boy Sway Lee? He got to change that lyric now. That Guatemala song slapped too. Y'all thought that they was only going for Venezuelans, people in Guatemala, Colombia, Mexico. No, we going for everybody. We went on everybody in here that ain't supposed to be here. You got to go.
5,000% just from 2021 to last year. That's more than a blip. It's a trend. And it's playing out all over the country, including in Florida, where Chinese migrants are being smuggled into the state. For the second time this month, police stopped vans carrying migrants in Coral Gables, a wealthy Miami suburb.
Ooh, I stayed in
and
Coral
26
Gables.
Chinese nationals and 2
Back in
smugglers were
2021, we was in
arrested.
Coral Gables.
Are these simply desperate individuals looking for a better life, or are they potentially spies or saboteurs sent as agents of the Chinese Communist Party? Joining us now is senior national correspondent Brian Anton with more details on the Florida arrest. Do we have any idea where all these Chinese migrants are coming from and why?
You're right, Jen.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out, Elizabeth, and ICE is too, where they're coming from and where they're going. It's very interesting what's been happening here in Coral Gables, though, because as you mentioned, this is a very fancy, wealthy part of Miami. You've got the Biltmore Hotel, the Vizcaya Estate isn't far from here. These houses behind me are tens of millions of dollars. And now for the second time in 2 weeks, there were these white vans pulled over here in the neighborhoods of Coral Gables, and inside them were dozens and dozens of Chinese migrants and also smugglers. They were stopped yesterday, and then 2 weeks before that, very, very similar, another white van. The police chief here says they believe that these migrants were dropped off somewhere in the area along the water, along the Atlantic Ocean here. And it's interesting when you dig into it, there's this issue with the Caribbean right now, Elizabeth. China is buying up thousands and thousands of acres of land in the Caribbean, places like Antigua, the Bahamas. It's being called America's third border, and we're told that's a place where these Chinese migrants stop on their way to Florida. We spoke with Congressman John Molinar. He is the chairman of the Select Committee of the CCP. He is aware of this. Listen to what he told us, Elizabeth.
In the case of the Chinese, you don't know the affiliation with the Chinese Communist Party, and that's the concern, because the Chinese Communist Party will leverage Chinese nationals to do things that are nefarious and against the interests of the United States.
Shout out to the Trump administration and Tom Homan for continuing to do the work. You know what's going to happen? This whole story, this whole thing is going to go away. It's not going to be as popular. When they first got in office, it was really popular and people was really into it and they was trying to pay attention to what was going on. But it's going to be less popular over a period of time. And it's not going to be the hot story at the moment because Diddy's trial is going to start and everybody going to stay distracted. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay right on top of it to let you know where your cousins is going to get pulled over at.